AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's rock!
Hour 3 off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Decision Critical Concierge Nursing. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
And Mr. Toby Tompley. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. RC's going to be here in about 15 minutes from right now. Been a minute and a half since we caught up with RC, but he'll be part of the Rain Will Bring Flowers event in Baton Rouge, out at LSU's campus. Free event next week, bringing awareness to mental health issues. RC will be there. Clyde Edwards-Elaire will be there. And it's very worthwhile, notable cause, and we're excited to talk about that. Some football stuff with RC coming up here in just a smidge. DraftKings has put out their 2026 NFL win totals. Now, giant asterisks here because it feels a bit foolish to talk about NFL win totals for 2026 before free agency and before the NFL draft. There's still going to be massive roster overhaul with all these teams still with the league year set to begin. I mean, there's a real possibility that DeMario Davis isn't a member of the New Orleans Saints next year, as much as I hate to say that. And Nick Underhill was with us earlier and said as much. Saints could very well draft a gigantic weapon and sign a free agent guard and running back that transforms this offense. So there's a lot to that could still happen between now and the start of the season. But it is an important point, I think, to look at this moment and where the NFL win totals are now and how they'll adjust between now and kickoff of the regular season. So what these win totals, I think, show us right now is, okay, based on coaching changes and how you did last year and who is under contract for next year coming back and your schedule, et cetera, what's realistic, and then based on what we know now, and then let's see what happens with the roster evolution between now, unfortunately, there'll be injuries as there always are, and the start of the season, so we'll see how this changes. So what I want to do is actually a time capsule, okay? So what I want to do is I want to run through the 32 NFL teams, their projected win totals here today on February the 19th, and then I want to close up the time capsule. I want to go out back and I want to bury it in the ground. They can't see you nodding. I want to bury it in the ground, and then I want to dig it up next February and see how we did.
Okay. All right. I thought you were going to say, like, kind of the next, like, after the draft, do it again and all that. No, we're just going to we're going to do it today, sight unseen, bury it, bring it back next February.
That's it.
Okay.
So I'm counting on you to remember, Muse.
I was just about to say, what do you think the odds are that we remember to do this next February?
You.
No, this is a show here. We're a group. It's
and
a group
I
effort.
here am an autonomous dictator. This is a radio-tatorship, not a radiocracy. And I here to impress upon you, Matthew Gerard Russo, it's Thursday.
That was really wrong. Anyway.
It is your duty to recall this and go dig up the time capsule next February. So hit me with my music and let's get after it, shall we? All right. We had 32 NFL teams. Let's see how it goes. Are you going to read them to me?
Okay. No, I thought you were reading them to us, but okay.
I'm going to tell you over or under.
All right. Sorry. Hold on. I was not prepared for this.
I'm stunned.
Well, this is not necessarily totally what we talked about, but I have to pull up the
No big L wait.
No, I got it right here.
Our audience will just wait.
Here we go.
Nothing to do.
The Arizona Cardinals, over under 4.5.
4.5 feels very low, even with instability. I'm going over.
All right. Paul, are you keeping track of these? Or no, we don't have to. We're burying it. That's right.
Put
the
it in a
Atlanta
time
Falcons.
capsule.
The Atlanta Falcons over under 6.5.
A lot of offensive talent over.
Baltimore Ravens 10.5.
Under.
Bills 10.5.
Over.
Panthers 6.5.
Over.
Bears 9.5.
Big jump.
Yeah, it's a huge jump.
Under.
Bengals 9.5.
Let's go, Joey B.
Oh no, he's gonna do it to him again.
Yeah.
He's doing it to it again.
Yes. Hey, what's that number?
9.5.
By the way, for a team that missed the playoffs, they're projected not by. Turn the music up a little bit. Can't even hear it. 9.5. What they telling you?
Think they're gonna be pretty good.
Over.
All right. Browns 6.5. New coach.
6.5 for the Browns. Turn the music up.
I did. I don't want it to drown you out.
And I'll tell you if it does. Louder. Louder. That's good. 6.5 for the Browns. Muse. 6.5.
6.5.
Under.
Cowboys 8.5.
Healthy Dallas.
You mean healthy Dak or healthy Dallas?
Healthy Dallas.
Okay, healthy Dallas.
Over.
Denver Broncos 9.5.
Under.
Go Pack Go 10.5.
10.5.
10.5 for the
Under.
Packers. Texans 9.5.
Love that defense, man.
Tough year for CJ Stroud though this past season.
9.5.
9.5.
Over.
Colts 8.5.
Under. What are they gonna do at quarterback?
Yeah. Phillip Rivers, come on back. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Under.
9.5.
Under.
Okay.
Come on. Year one luck, Liam Cohen. Good luck again. Yeah. No. Under.
Chiefs 10.5.
Oh, see, now this is the one. Everybody going to be sleeping on old Patty Mahomes. Coming back with a vengeance this year. Over.
Chargers 10.5.
Under.
Rams 10.5.
Is Mahomes going to play? Stafford going to play?
I think he is, yes. But we don't know for sure.
Well, that division.
Yeah, man.
But 3 teams in that division are 10.5.
Yeah.
Under. Tough division. Under. Just barely. Scotch, but under.
Kubiak and the Raiders 5.5. Bro, that job.
5.5. Oh, but they drafted a running back in the first round. They're going to be awesome, right? Under.
Dolphins 4.5.
Over.
Got to, right? I mean, got to. Vikings 8.5.
Minnehaha. Under.
Patriots 9.5 off a Super Bowl appearance.
See, I know the tendency is to look at the big jump this year and go, oh, they're here to stay.
That's a good line.
What?
That's a good line, 9.5.
Under.
I like it.
Under.
Yeah. Saints 7.5.
Over.
Giants 7.5.
Under.
Interesting. Jets, do you even need the line, or are you just gonna? I mean, it's 5.5, but 5.5. Yeah.
Under.
Eagles 10.5.
Over.
Wow. Okay. I'm surprised there. Steelers 8.5. No Mike Tomlin.
Mike McCarthy, bro.
Yeah.
Over.
Okay. Seahawks, your defending champions, 10.5.
You know what, man? Super Bowl hangover's a real thing.
It is.
And I don't love Sam Darnold.
Yeah. No more Kubiak.
I mean, 10.5?
10.5.
Under.
Niners 10.5.
Under. Division's too tough. Like, everybody's not going to win 11, 12 games.
That's true.
Too tough. Division's too tough.
Bucks.
Over.
8.5. Over 8.5.
Over.
Okay. Tennessee.
Terrible division.
Yeah, that's true. Tennessee Titans 6.5.
Okay. Do I believe in Cam Ward?
That's the question.
No, I don't.
New head coach as well.
Under.
The Washington Commanders.
Over.
7.5.
Over. Everybody's sleeping on him. Jaden was injured. Get him healthy. It'd be good. And break up Durante Jones.
True, man. Our guy.
Big whiskey guy, Durante Jones.
I remember that.
All right. Those are over-unders. Put it in the time capsule, Muse.
It's in there.
If you don't, you're fired.
All right.
Buried in the back. Do we have a place to bury it in the back?
No,
Okay, church.
We are surrounded by concrete.
The church behind us. Buried at the church behind us because they have some grass on the sidewalk.
So you want me to trespass at a church?
Yes.
Hmm.
It's a church. It's not trespassing.
In the church wouldn't be trespassing. Digging up their land, I feel like that'd be trespassing.
That's not trespassing. That could be vandalism.
So you want me to go vandalize a church?
That's a better question. And the answer is yes.
Okay.
I want you to go vandalize. I just want you to go dig up. You park over there anyway. Just squat behind your truck. Just dig a little hole. Put the time capsule in there. Put a little X on the grass so we remember where you did it, right? And you're good with grass. So, you're very familiar with it. So just put it right there and dig it up next February, and we'll
rehash it. We'll see how you did.
See, he said hash. You heard that, Paul?
I hate everything.
Ryan Clark next on AFR.
After further review.
I bet you would, Panama Red. All right, we're brought to you by Goodwood, Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood, Men's Sexual Wellness. Hey, look, yes, tell you about hormone replacement therapy. Yes, they do ED treatments. They also have peptide therapy. If you've not learned about peptides, it's time you learn about peptides, okay? Peptides, these are not pharmaceutical drugs. Our body makes peptides. They're strands of amino acids put together to help your body maximize its functionality. So, for example, I take NAD+. That's a peptide that I take every day. NAD+ helps cellular optimization. Energy levels through the roof. NAD+. I take BPC 157. It's a pentadecapeptide. It's derived from gastric juice. Helps people with gut health issues, but also it's amazing for recovery. If you had surgery, you want to speed up your recovery. If you deal with chronic pain, BPC 157 can help. yourgoodwood.com.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Decision Critical Concierge Nursing. Healthcare for your lifestyle. Learn more at decisioncriticalbr.com.
Welcome back, and we welcome back to the show. Been a hot minute. RC. I missed that drop so much. RC, what's good, man?
Bro, that'll never get old. Between that and the
Fishman.
With all the sports I talked on your show, those are my two favorite moments.
Yeah,
for sure.
The Fishman, it's the movie reviews. Because, listen, you talk sports everywhere all the time, every day. We can get your sports takes wherever we want, but we can't, as you're talking about the Fishman having a doohickey and yelling about Achilles. And Yakum! Yakum!
Hey, that's what he did, bro. I mean, he was just the smoothest man ever, and I wish I could relive that for the first time again.
Watching the movie for the first time?
Oh, man, I wish I could. I just wish I could. There's a lot of movies I feel that way about. And then when I go back and watch them, I get that. Like some I haven't seen in a long time. I'm like, wait, I don't even remember this. But I watched that one too many times. I remember everything. What I won't watch again is The Fish Man. No.
Yeah, that was a bad one. The Shape of Water.
The Shape of Water.
And I've watched the clip of you talking about The Fish Man roughly 10,000 times.
Because of my guy.
Drew, dude, like real talk, like for those, that clip is on my phone, and Drew watches the clip of Ryan talking about The Fish Man. RC, I think that was like 2018, 2019?
Yeah,
That's
it wasn't
a long time.
It wasn't that long ago. You sent it to me again. He was watching it, though.
He watches it all the time, man. He's talking about my son, Drew. He's a creature of habit. And so he gets fixated on certain things and certain people. And you're one of his guys. And the Fish Man having a doohickey and all. I mean, he loves that. Hey, man, we were, I know, right? We were texting earlier, and we were talking about Lane Kiffin. Now, we want to talk about the Rain Will Bring Flowers event coming up next week in Baton Rouge, which is obviously a very important thing. Hey, what you had Lane Kiffin on the Pivot last year, and you said like you all are on some text chats and stuff. Like, what do you know about? Like, what are you comfortable saying? Like, you know about Lane?
Yeah,
Kiffin?
I mean, honestly, like I like Lane. Like I do. I think the one thing everybody knows about him is he's a great offensive mind. I also know how badly, or let me say this, I know how highly he thought of this job. Right? When he was being interviewed, or not even necessarily interviewed, when he was being courted, Lane and I exchanged text messages, had conversations just about what I believe this place was, LSU, and also what it needed. And the one thing I wanted to impress upon him, and, Matt, you're just as ingrained in this culture as I am. And me and Scott Van Pelt talk about it all the time, is that we love this place and its people so much that the only way to get us to embrace you is if you embrace that, right? If you embrace our culture, if you embrace our passion, if you embrace our love, if you embrace all of those things, then we'll love you back. And if you don't, you can't ever lose. You can't ever slip. You have to be. If I'm wrong, Matt, tell me.
No,
tell me I'm wrong.
You're right.
Right, and I do believe the guy before him didn't get race because he didn't embrace us. He didn't. The simple way I put it to him is, you don't accept the LSU job and act like you did us a favor, because we actually did you one.
That is a strong way to put it.
And that to me is how I feel Lane embraces this job. Like, he's probably gonna be mad at me, and I'm gonna accept it. And he'll just I'm sure I can beat Lane up. Matt, this dude, bro, one of his first days at work, it's like 5-something in the morning, and he's pulling up to the facility, and he takes a picture, the Tigers out front, and he takes a picture, and he's just like, there's no better place to be. He's taken pictures from in front of the stadium and sent them to me. He is not only like embracing being at LSU, like I feel, and maybe he's just tricking me because I have a microphone. Like, I feel like the dude understands, like, this is the place. And if you're good here, and I told him this too, I was like, if you're good here, bro, you're a god. You just are. If that team, how that team does on Saturday dictates the other 6 days of the week for so many people who are here. And, we had those conversations, and he wanted that pressure. He wanted that level of responsibility. He wants to be accountable, and he wants to be accountable to the people who feel that way. And to me, that's the only way you can do this job now. And Nick Saban started that. But the only way you can do this job is to be accountable to the culture, be accountable to the people, be accountable to those young men in that locker room. And I don't find myself easy to fool, But if I'm not, or if I am fooled, then he's done a damn good job of really embracing not only former players, current players, but also what it is to be the head coach here. And, I think that's a difficult thing to do sometimes.
Clip it. I love that. Love all that. Let's circle back to that in a second, RC. And it's very well said, and it's a fascinating perspective. RC's with us here on behalf of Rain Will Bring Flowers. The Planting Seeds of Hope event is coming up next week, Tuesday, as a matter of fact, over at the PMAC. It's all about mental health awareness.
Yeah.
RC, why don't you, if you would, just take a minute and explain why this is so important to you?
Well, it was started because they lost, the family that has started it all lost their son. He took his own life. He completed suicide. And I think in that, they felt a responsibility to other people who could be dealing with the same thing, who may have dealt with the same thing, or who are in the midst of making a decision much like their son did. Emma Benoit, I'm not sure if you've heard her story. She's from Dutchtown. She was in high school. She was on the dance team.
Yes.
She was our keynote speaker or, the lead guest last year. And, man, to hear her story of how every day looked the same. It looked like every other high school kid, every other young lady on the dance team, every other young lady who saw a future, but to know that she didn't see that future. And to know what she was thinking as she tried to unalive herself. And then to know the newfound life and the gift of joy she feels that life is now only tells you that if we can reach some of these people before they make that decision, it's all important. Last year, we also had DJ Chark, who talked about his battles with depression. This year, we'll have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And, you know a lot about his story, but he even spoke about it on the pivot. Nights of not being able to sleep. He couldn't finish training camp in 2025 because of something that happened to him in college, an experience that he can't outlive, an experience that he can't shake. And, for me, it's been a blessing to have the pivot and be open to having conversations outside of sports or even within sports with people who have dealt with dark times, with depression, with sadness. But to have an opportunity for Shelly Mullenix, we used to call her, they called her, I was young. She was young when I met her. But Mama Shelly.
Mama Shelly, yeah.
For her to have this sort of heart for the people in this community and to think of me enough to involve me and allow me to lead these conversations is truly an honor. And, man, when you're a 17-year-old kid who walks on the LSU campus, you just hope Jerry DiNardo puts you on the field. And, and so for now, for it to be, almost 20 years later and, not 20, I'm saying 20, 30 years later, and have that opportunity to give back in that way and be there, man, there's nothing I've been asked to do that I've felt more special about than this, and I look forward to next Tuesday.
Well said. It's over at the PMAC. It's the Planting Seeds of Hope event at the PMAC. It's 6 p.m. It's totally free. You can RSVP at the website, rainwillbringflowers.org, rainwillbringflowers.org, rainwillbringflowers.org. There's a pop-up. It'll come up on the homepage where you can RSVP. But again, it's a totally free event starting at 6 o'clock on Tuesday over at the Maravich Center. Man, it's certainly a very worthwhile very worthwhile event, man. And applaud you. And of course, the Tabor family, through their pain, have chosen to do something awesome to bring awareness so other families don't go through the same thing that they did with their family. So, certainly a job well done. It's kind of hard, RC, to transition from something obviously very meaningful and very very thoughtful.
I do it on the show all the time.
I know.
Man. You just got to get out of it.
I know.
You know what I mean? You just got to say. You just
awkwardly get it.
Yeah, you got to say, show up. We'll be there. We look forward to having all of you guys. But, on to things that are a little different, and that's LSU football.
They can win a natty?
You say what? Are they going to win it this year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's going to be the expectation. Right now.
Do you like Sam Levitt?
I do. A little background about how I feel about the whole Sam Levitt thing. It's bittersweet to me. I'm torn. I am a huge Kenny Dillingham fan, who's the head coach of Arizona State. Like not just a little fan. I'll tell you how big of a fan I am. And I know it wouldn't have happened. I would have been happy if we hired him as our head coach at LSU.
Okay.
I would have felt like that was a great hire. I know the world probably would have felt differently. Man, I watched this man turn crap into sugar with an offense who had I'm being honest with you, bro. Bro, I watched the game where Scatterbull felt like he threw the most passes, ran the most balls, caught the most passes, and punted more than the regular punter. Because he was all that they had.
Yeah.
You know, and then the next year that team finds its way to the college football playoff. And Sam Levitt, not that this kid wouldn't have been great anywhere, but in part he's where he is because he did go play at Arizona State. So that aside, you know, I want to just give Kenny Dillingham his flowers.
And by the way, just to be clear, RC, Levitt and Jordan. So Ryan's son Jordan was at Arizona State until he played his final season.
They never played together.
They missed each other by a year, right? Because
they missed each other by a year.
Jordan went to Notre Dame when Levitt went from Michigan State to Arizona State.
Absolutely, I think he could really play. I think he's extremely talented. I think he's fearless. He's really, really competitive, and I think he made the right move. With all that I said about Arizona State and Kenny Dillingham, there's no way to look at Joe Burrow, there's no way to look at Jaden Daniels and not say, this is the move I'm supposed to make. The level of talent they've already assembled around him, the support that this team has, I think that's he and Lane, that's the key card. The ability to keep some of the defensive coaches, to me, was really important. You know, people with head coaching offers who stay on the staff to be here to not only recruit, but to have some sort of carryover with the understanding of what this place is, I thought was huge. And I do believe they can win it, but I would, you know, you're in this business as much as me. You cover college football as much as I do, if not more. Kurt Stignetti is now the bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he did that he made the playoffs the first year at Indiana, Matt. And don't get me wrong, I know they won a national championship now, but it's Indiana. This is LSU. You don't get time. We don't get to wait. What we did for Brian Kelly is still just an enigma to me that we waited that long. So Lane has to win this year. I think this year it's Final Four or bust. If you don't make the college football playoff semifinal, I think this year is a failure. And the expectation with the commitment that they've made in NIL, with the utilization of the transfer portal. And honestly, bro, with some of the bad publicity it was to have Lane here during the college football playoff. I mean, like, I ain't really care because I don't care what's going on at Ole Miss. Sorry for them. But, you know, it wasn't great. You got to go win it. You got to go prove that you were worth it. You know, and let's not act like he's going to be a Boy Scout every single day and always say what's right and don't tweet what he's not supposed to tweet. He has to go show that he is the coach that I believe he is, that many believe he is, that he showed he was at Ole Miss in taking teams that were maybe under-talented and winning a ton of games. So I look forward to this year, man, and I'm expecting big things from both Lane and his program.
You going to do some hot yoga with him?
I am not going to hot yoga with Lane.
You could do
it.
But
I am trying to get in shape, Matt, because my pants are being really tight lately. And so I've been working out. I'm going to have to just save the hot yoga for a later date because right now ain't the time. I can barely touch my toes.
The snacks over everything movement, that's over?
Snacks over everything is on break.
Okay.
But what we're hoping is it can be snacks over everything one day a week.
Okay.
Once the summer hits.
Okay. I mean, it feels like that's not the time to do it. Like, it feels like that's the time where it's beach season and pool season when you're not snacking.
Matt, what about me makes you think I like beaches and pools?
Well, I do know that you've gone to beaches and you've gone.
I wear long sleeve shirts. I just go to the beach. I go to the beach with my wife. I don't like the sun. So, Matt, summer bodies are built in the winter, Matt.
That's fair.
It's time for us to be building right now. So if I do take a beautiful trip somewhere, I can eat the delicacies of the land.
I kind of feel like summer bodies are built in the spring.
Hey, may be true, but I've been seeing you. You've been rocking your summer body year round, brother. You look good.
I mean, I had to get right for Drew, but I'll tell you this, man. I forgot what I was going to say, so it doesn't matter. I'll remember something, and then I'll tell you later. But
well, shoot me a text, brother.
I will. All right, RC. Thanks for the time, man.
Day.
You do the
yes,
same.
Sir, always.
Ryan Clark. Rain will bring flowers. Planting Seeds of Hope event's coming up on Tuesday at the PMAC. Totally free event. Rainwillbringflowers.org. Rainwillbringflowers.org if you want to learn more. I could talk to RC for a million years. It's been a minute since we had him on the show, and I just try to be super respectful because y'all see all the stuff he does at ESPN and then with the pivot and everything. So he'll always say yes when I ask him because he's awesome and he's a great friend. But I just try not to ask as much. But this was one of those where I wanted to make sure we promoted the event that'll be on Tuesday. And it's a great opportunity to get his perspective on Lane. Good stuff. All right, it's after further review. Muse will do the Olympic update and NCAA basketball tournament expansion. Looks like that's coming. I have a thought on it next. AFR.
AFR.
Speaking of pools, you want a pool to show off your beach body, your summer body? DuplessisBuilders.net can build you that pool. Follow them on social, y'all. Follow them on Instagram or Facebook. Seems like every day they're posting a photo of another dig. I mean, shovels in the ground. This is the time, y'all. You want to be swimming this summer? You got to get shovels in the ground right now. DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net. They'll build you a beautiful pool. But that's not that dissimilar from most other places, right? Duplessis Builders, they'll build you a beautiful pool, but there's a lot of companies that will build you a beautiful pool. There's a lot of very talented pool designers. The difference with Duplessis is Derek is an engineer by trade, and they do not cut corners. So they are not going to build your pool in 2 weeks. They will wait 21 days after they spray the gunite for the concrete to cure before they move on to the next step. That's how they offer you a 10-year workmanship warranty. You want the best? You want Duplessis Builders. DuplessisBuilders.net.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Decision Critical Concierge Nursing. Healthcare for your lifestyle. Learn more at DecisionCriticalBR.com.
March Madness is heading to Vegas, and LouisianaSports.net is sending one of you plus a friend with it. We're giving away a 3-night Las Vegas getaway from Wednesday, March 18th through Saturday, March 21st, just in time to watch all the madness. Hotel stay and flights are covered, and all you have to do is head to LouisianaSports.net and click the March Madness getaway link. Sign up now before our March Madness Pick'em launches. Get yourself entered, and you could be watching the tournament from Las Vegas instead of your couch. The winner will be announced Monday, March 2nd.
Few things in sports I love more than wrapping myself in red, white, and blue and watching the United States of America whip up on a bunch of foreigners in Olympic competition. So it is time now for the Olympic update for us to find out how the United States is faring in things that we are labeling as sports, but are actually just weird games that people in cold weather towns and countries play because they're covered in snow and ice all the time and have nothing else to do. Take it away, Muse.
Well, the United States made a move up that medal board here.
Take that, world.
On Wednesday up in Milan and Cortina. We'll tell you how they got there. Jordan Stolz, 21-year-old speed skating sensation, already 2 gold medals.
Did you say speed skating?
Speed skating sensation.
Speed skating.
Fell just short of his third in Thursday's 1,500-meter final. He took the silver.
Come on, Jordan.
But a great debut Olympics for him. Team USA, the women's hockey team, defeated Canada in overtime to win the gold medal. Hillary Knight with the game-tying goal with just over 2 minutes, and then Megan Keller, the golden goal in OT to dispatch of those Canadians. That's the United States' second gold medal in 3 Olympics.
They're not even a real country anyway.
Defeating Canada both times. And then in figure skating, Elisa Liao took the gold. 147.52 in her free skate. That took her all the way up to the top. She would hang on and outlast 2 Japanese performers.
Yes, she would.
That is another gold medal for Team USA. They are now in second place.
Oh, here we come, Norway.
They've passed Italy.
Don't look now, Norway.
They now have the second most gold medals with 9, and they continue to lead in silver with 12.
We got you in our sight, Norway.
Coming for them. Next gold medal could be the United States men's hockey team, which also could be against Canada. We'll see. That has to play itself out. They're
Take
in the
that,
semifinals.
Canada.
Yep. They think they're so good at hockey. They're just not.
Kind of are.
Nah. They haven't won a Stanley Cup in 40 years or whatever it is.
It's not all Canadians.
Canadian teams aren't good. They just lost to the United States again.
Are you done?
Yeah, it's the Olympic update.
All right. It's after further review. We're brought to you by Shawbills Tire and Auto Service. ShawBillsTire.com with locations all over South Louisiana. ShawBillsTire.com. ShawBillsTire.com. Schedule service at ShawBillsTire.com. Shop tires at ShawBillsTire.com. You can chat with an associate at ShawBillsTire.com. There's a little chat bubble right there on the homepage. Desktop, mobile, just click the little chat bubble and pick the location nearest you. In seconds, you're chatting with a Shawbills associate, can help you with whatever you got. Shawbills Tire and Auto Service, they're just the best. Been doing it since 1968. Name brand tires at wholesale prices, and they treat you like family, so you'll keep coming back to Shawbills, where we keep you rolling. Hey, Charlie Baker, the NCAA president, met with the media on Thursday. This is ahead of they do a mock NCAA tournament seeding exercise. And he was asked by reporters about the possibility of expanding the NCAA tournament field. And he said, quote, "We're still talking about it. I'd like to see it expand." Ross Dellinger in October reported that tournament expansion, quote, is becoming closer to a reality. So it feels like they are going to expand. And the most likely situation is going from 68 to 76 teams. And what it would do is add 8 teams to the current first 4 play-in round. So you would add 8 more teams, so 4 more games to that play-in round. And really what that does is add more television windows. So I know people will push back against it, but this feels so obvious. We are living in the rev share era where everyone is looking to find new revenue streams. So you're looking for new revenue streams to maintain other sports when football and men's basketball are your only 2 revenue generators. So if you can add 4 more games to the NCAA tournament package on the front end on that Tuesday, Wednesday in the play-in, which really the only people watching that anyway are fans of those teams or degenerate gamblers like Jimmy, who's going to be here in a minute. Like, that's it. And it's going to add revenue? Yes, you do that. It's not watering down the product any further than there already is. It's not going to ruin the tournament. It's going to be more basketball for you to watch if you want to. It's going to be more to gamble on, which a lot of people will. And it's going to be more revenue for athletic departments that are desperately seeking ways to generate new revenue. So yes, in the same way that forever the NCAA and college athletics were resistant to a college football playoff because it would disrupt the bowl structure, they've now not only gone to the playoff but keep expanding it because it's new revenue. The same thing is going to be true for the NCAA tournament. Wherever they have ways to add new revenue, they're going to add new revenue because everyone now has a $20 million line item to pay their players. That ain't never going down. So yes, expand the tournament. All right, it's after further review. We'll knock out our final break of the show. Come back. Jimmy will be here for Auto Locks. Stay AFR.
AFR.
GLO, glowresources.com. Glow Resources, they are complete employer solutions. You can check them out online at glowresources.com. Pop on into their office right there on Perkins Road near Pennington. Great business, man. One of the top 100 private businesses in Baton Rouge, according to the Business Report's annual report on the top 100 private local businesses in Baton Rouge. And over at Glow Resources, they are actually, I love this. If you go search social media, you'll see a lot of their hiring posts. So, for example, they're looking to hire now for this fiber optic pipeline project in Reno and Carson City, Nevada. So, like, when I tell you, yes, home base is Baton Rouge, they do work, though, for companies all over the country and projects all over the world. So if you're interested in learning more, you can go to the website at glowresources.com, glowresources.com. They're also looking for a machinist programmer in North Baton Rouge. So check them out at glowresources.com.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Decision Critical Concierge Nursing. Healthcare for your lifestyle. Learn more at decisioncriticalbr.com.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on a Thursday edition of AFR. It's always a big shout out to Decision Critical, Blazia and the crew. It's not just healthcare. It's healthcare for your lifestyle, not just in Baton Rouge, all over Louisiana, now in Dallas as well. DecisionCriticalBR.com. DecisionCriticalBR.com. All right, let's find out what we're betting on tonight. Time for Otter Locks.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
You, Otter, what up?
Hey, man, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Typical Thursday night, terrible slate in college basketball. Date night,
Not a bet.
Date night. Yep.
However,
Sam Willer's tonight. Sam Willer's riding wing with me. He's judging my attire, so we got to update a couple of things.
I went in. I did not see Sammy, but I went in to Harper's. I was looking for a shirt for a Mardi Gras ball, and he wasn't there. He was skiing or something. And so, but his staff would tell me his staff was great. I don't know where he was. He just wasn't there. He was out of town. And his staff was great, and they found me a shirt. It was great. So shout out.
There you go. There you go. My man, Sammy Boy, over at Harper's on Highland Road. So, hey, our first pick at tipped at 5 on the website is off to a good start. Got a 7-point lead. So, you get a little hedge opportunity.
They're up 12 at half, Otter.
Now 12. There we go.
So I'll tell you what I did. I didn't see it live. So now Vermont is getting 9.5. They're down 12 at half, but they're getting 9.5. So I played Vermont plus 9.5.
Okay.
It's 38-26 at half, and so the halftime line, Vermont's plus 9.5 right now at half. So anyway.
There you go. There you go. So we got 2 games in the NBA tonight. It's always, we talk about it a lot, the bye or the All-Star break. You don't want it to come when you're red hot, and that's when it came for the Charlotte Hornets. First time in their new Charlotte Hornets history, not the old Hornets, now Pelicans, but that they won 8 in a row. And now they got a bad matchup to start the second half here with the Houston Rockets. So we're going to roll with the Rockets to kind of bust up the Hornets. I think they're still partying from the All-Star break. So we're going to take the Rockets minus 4.5 in Charlotte. And then when they had that fight, I don't know, about a week and a half ago. So we are down 2 players to the Detroit Pistons, but they're just committed to the regular season, man. They're the odds-on favorite to have the best record in the NBA when it's all said and done at the end of the regular season. We're going to take the Pistons plus 4.5 at New York at the Garden.
All right, so you got the live bet. Otter gave you UMBC plus 1.5, and they're winning by 12 at halftime, so it pays to go get the bets earlier. And then in the association tonight, Rockets and Pistons. All right, tomorrow, Friday, Rufino's.
It's practice night. We're over here at Rufino's right now, just making sure everything's lined up for tomorrow.
Love it.
Come on by and see us.
You know what,
we
Otter?
got a chance to sweep the week this week. Let's make it winning nights, all 4 nights for Mardi Gras week.
Would love to see that happen. Let's go get it. All right, Otter, have a great night. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
All right, thanks, man. We're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, SouthPointVW.com. New, certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at SouthPointVW.com, SouthPointVW.com. New and certified pre-owned, yes, because they move more Volkswagens. They have more in the inventory, the best selection. They don't have what you want. They'll find it. Told you before, Erica drives Volkswagen Atlas. She wanted the Atlas SEL white with the blacked out rims and the tan leather with captain's chairs in the middle. Like, she wanted some very specific stuff. They found it. They'll find what you're looking for. And remember, if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle, because they move so many Volkswagens, people trade in their old vehicles. So they have tons of certified pre-owned vehicles, not just Volkswagens, but all different makes and models. So check them out online, SouthPointVW.com, SouthPointVW.com, South Point Volkswagen. What's your direction? All right, coming down the home stretch, it's been a really good show today. If you missed anything, AFR On Demand, presented by Breck Golf. Nick Underhill was here in hour 1, as was Kendall Rogers. We talked some transfer portal with Chris Hummer, and Jay Johnson was here last hour as well. So LSU's going to play early tomorrow. They play 1 p.m. on Friday, 1 p.m. Central on Friday, 11 a.m. Central on Saturday, then 2 o'clock on Sunday. But Jay was here. The Tigers made the trip over to Jacksonville. They practiced earlier today in Jacksonville. and then they'll play early tomorrow against Indiana at 1 o'clock. So when we're on air, and Terrio will be here tomorrow, at some point during the show, the game will end, so we'll be able to give you sort of a post-game recap of LSU and Indiana. It will be Case and Evans Friday and Cooper Moore on Saturday. They've left Sunday as a TBA right now. It'll very likely be William Schmidt, but Jay acknowledged to us he left that TBA because UCF didn't announce their starter, so he's not going to give them information if he doesn't have information. So we'll see how it all plays out here over the next couple days before they get to Sunday. All right, that's going to do it for us here. Anything else? Terrio is here tomorrow for a Friday edition of AFR, and we will see you then. Muse, Pauly, thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.
AFR.
As we get on down the road, I always remind you about First South Farm Credit. Listen, if you're buying hunting property, man, this is the time when people start ringing the phones over at First South Farm Credit. You're coming off a hunting season and you make the commitment. New year, you make the commitment, never doing that again. Never hunting on somebody else's property. I want to own my own. You know, they're not just agriculture over at First South Farm Credit. It's a big chunk of their business, obviously. But farmers know about First South Farm Credit. They've been helping farmers buy land for agriculture since 1916. We're talking about more than 100 years. And they can help you as well at First South Farm Credit. FirstSouthLand.com. FirstSouthLand.com. And one of the amazing things about First South Farm Credit is, you know, when they loan you money to buy that land, if rates change and they can help lower your rate, get you a price reduction, a rate reduction, they will call you and let you know that they can do this for you. They're the best. FirstSouthLand.com.